What is up, car addicts? Welcome to another Crew 2 video. This one will be customizing the brand new 2003 Carrera GT that was added to the Crew 2 as part of the Blazing Shots update. This car was not in the game before. It is brand new just for this update. It's a very older car from 2003, but it's still one of the most beautiful Porsches ever made. And obviously it has that amazing sounding V10 that sounds like an F1 car, which when we go outside you're going to be able to take a listen to that. It does sound pretty good in this game. You can see in the background I have a bunch of Porsches just to kind of fit the theme, you know. And the 918 across from it, which is the newer hypercar. This is the older hypercar from back in the day. Just an absolute gorgeous car. So what we're going to do in this video is taking a look at the visual customization it offers. Then we're going to take it outside for a drive and a stock top speed run. Then we're going to max it out with all the internal upgrades possible with double nitrous perk to see how fast we can get this car to go. So let's get right into it. I'm going to customize, look at the manufacturer colors. So we got the silver, very common color for this car. Got the black, dark blue, the red. We're not painting it in red. Rest in peace, Paul. Sad face. Got the yellow and the white. So I'm going to keep it the silver. I don't like any of the other colors, really. The white, I don't really like that. The yellow looks too much like a banana. or a taxi, and then the red, I can't do that. I can't do that. And the dark blue, and then the black is too, I don't know, the black doesn't really look that good on this car, in my opinion. I think the silver is the most beautiful color for this car. So visual parts, we got hood options, got this carbon one, the double vented, kind of like a GT2 RS style carbon with the double vents. And then like a race car style hood. That's pretty sick right there. So I think I'm gonna do this one. Get a little bit of carbon mixed in there. $21,000 for that. Wow. Definitely customizing a hypercar. Front bumper. So this one you can go back and forth and nothing's really changing. But if you kind of zoom in, you'll see the headlights themselves are instead of the gloss black, they make them carbon, which is kind of nice. And this one gives you a splitter with these stock headlights, splitter with a carbon headlights, and this one gives you kind of like GT3 RS kind of, I guess you could say it's like a little heat extractor right in front of the hood, which is kind of cool. And you got the carbon with that, so it's like a lot of vents all over the place. And you got the full-on race car craziness with the cannons and all that. I think I'm gonna do it without the vent. I don't know, it feels like there's too much going on with that vent there. It looks a little bit too much. Maybe if the hood was smooth, that would look a little better, but I'd rather have the hood than that vent, honestly. So I'm gonna do this one with the carbon lip and the carbon and the headlights. I think that's nice. Moving on to fenders, you're like, oh yes, they put a wide body. Nope, psych. you thought they put a wide body. They put these weird looking race car vents. I'm not a fan of that. That's too much. Yeah, that's way too much for this car. Moving along, got the wheels. So you got the black. So that's kind of cool how they gave us the black stock wheels. Thank you, Ubisoft. That makes it a lot nicer. The silver is nice, but the black's pretty cool. So I'm gonna do that. If you guys want to see all the other wheels that are offered in this game, how they look on this car at this angle, I'll put that at the very end of the video, just so we don't sit here scrolling through 80 wheels. Again, if you want to see that, I'll put that at the end of the video. Then I'm going to change the caliper color to red. Most Porsches have the yellow, which kind of distinguishes it between the performance model and all that. So, but I'm going to do the red. I think it looks kind of cool. Moving along to side mirrors. So you got these mirrors, and then you got a carbon version of a stock, and then a completely different mirror altogether. I'm going to do the carbon stock one there. Side skirts. So you have a carbon. I think that's the stock one with just carbon on it. That's pretty nice. Then you got this one which comes down further, but it has that weird looking silver line. Don't know why they do that. That's awful. They should have two different options, with and without the primary colored line on there. Kind of sad, but we'll do this one. Rear wing. So you got the carbon stock wing. Obviously, if it's active aero, it does come up. It doesn't lean forward any of that. I mean, remember, this is 2003. One of the first, back then they had just kind of started doing active aero sporters and all that stuff. So this was something very new. So all it did was go up. That's it. Up and then down. Nothing else. Then you got the carbon ducktail kind of like forged in there. I love that. I mean, it's beautiful, especially if you look at it from this angle. Very, very nice. And then you can see that it's split right there. So the active arrow, the spoiler will still go up. Love that. Then you got a giant wing on here, which I'm guessing that would make the active arrow spoiler not work at all. Not sure why you do that. That defeats the purpose. So I'm going to do the carbon ducktail. I love that. Very nice touch. Rear bumper. So you got the tinted rear tail lights. Then you got a completely different tail layout together that looks pretty bad. Then you got, if you don't like the carbon back here, you can make it all, primary color. And this one gives you, it's like it's a larger diffuser with the silver line. Why do they keep doing that silver line? Okay, another one with quad exhaust, which I like, but then you have the silver line again. Well, that's really annoying. I guess the only way you can kind of counter that is paint the car black. I guess you can kind of try to get away with that, but well, I don't like any of the silver line ones or the primary, so I guess I'll keep the stock rear diffuser with the tinted tail lights. I like that. Okay, interior color. I'm glad they let us change this. Got the red, the light brown, dark brown, the silver, the white, dark blue, and yellow. So I'm gonna do the light brown. I think it's kind of like a nice luxurious touch to the car. Interior style. So here you can kind of tone down the color. Kind of cool how they let you do that. And this one is only the stitching. So I like the full on, everywhere. Absolutely love that. That there. Interior materials. So you have, all this leather, and then you can kind of make it all suede if you want. Not really a fan of that, but way too much suede for my taste. Keep it leather. Interior materials. So this is something that was really sad to me. The shifter knob on the real cars is made out of wood. That's kind of like, a signature feature. Not a feature, but a nice little touch that the engineers did, the interior designers. And then Ubisoft was like, nope, let's just leave it chrome. It's supposed to be wood. Oh, rip. But it is what it is. And that's all the customization. So before we take it outside, I wanted to mention some things here that I noticed on the car. If you guys notice the little wheel locks, the blue, they're supposed to be red on the driver's side and then blue on the passenger side. They just put it blue on both sides, and the reason they do this is so that the threads are different for the left and right side wheels, so you don't get them mixed up. They have them in different colors. So Ubisoft just made them blue on both sides. Not sure if that's something like in their coding that doesn't let them, make them different colors, but they should have paid attention to that detail. But that is what it is. Something else, obviously the shifter knob, but other than that, it's pretty well done. I really don't have any other complaints. Obviously, I like to nitpick because, nothing's perfect. There's always something with these cars. Something else I would have liked, I wish they would have let us remove the roof, like the real car. This roof is kind of cool. It's split in two, and then you put, and you open the front trunk, and you put one side in there, and then you put the other side in there, and then you have an open top experience, kind of like 918. That would have been kind of cool if they would have given us that option. But again, I'm not trying to complain too much. They still have the car in the game. Moving along to the vanity items, these are just, different tires. You want to do that for some reason. You can obviously purchase those in the that one section with the crew credits. Then performance, the car's 100% stock right now. You can see top speed up to 205, power 603. Not bad from a car from 2003. Back then that was mind-boggling numbers. Even today, that's pretty respectable. Perf level is 234 out of 320. Again, it is a hypercar. So take it outside for a drive. I got 100% stock. It's raining, unfortunately. It sounds pretty good. It is a little bit too high pitched. The real car does have an F1 type sound, but it's not this loud. I feel like they just copied and pasted one of the F1 sounds from the game or something. There's a spoiler. Love that. Sounds so good though. Wow. Going first person here. Wow. Love this car. Uh-oh. Oh. The spoiler that comes up is so cool. What a gorgeous car. Alright. So now we're going to be doing the stock top speed run. All cars in the Crew 2 come with nitrous stock, so I'm going to use nitrous at the very end to see what kind of top speed we can get up to. Again, 100% stock. Here we go. Two 16, 217, 218, 219. Wow. Very impressive. I'm pretty sure I can go probably 220 is where it caps at. That is very, very impressive for a stock car from 2003. That's insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, you can tell back then that was really the pinnacle of hypercars, the future of cars in general, you know, super slash hypercars. I'm absolutely unbelievable. Alright, so now let's go max it out with all the performance upgrades. I'm really excited to see what this thing does. Alright, so as you can see, Perf Level 320 and 320 completely maxed out with the double nitrous perk. Top speed up to 279 miles an hour. That's ridiculous. Over 1,000 horsepower, almost 1,100. 0 to 62.2, quarter mile in the 8s. That's nuts. Wow. This thing is an absolute monster now. Alright. Let's see how it does. Again, double nitrous perk, 100% maxed out. Here we go. Wow, 297. Oh my god, almost 300 miles an hour. What the heck? Wow. That is ridiculous. My goodness. It stopped out at 295, but then the nitrous was kind of pushing it past that. That is nuts. That is crazy. What a monster, this car. Let's see the handling a little bit here. Tiny bit of steering delay, but not much. Oh, it drifts nice too. Wow, this thing's nice to drift. It does grip though. You have to definitely hit it a little bit more. Wow. I think we're at higher speeds. Very, very good car. Wow. This is phenomenal. Wow. Amazing car. I highly recommend this one. You know, you're not going to be beating the best hypercars in the class, obviously. You know, there's a bunch of modern ones in there. But I mean, I think you can be decently competitive and have a great sounding car, and great looking car, especially if this is one of your favorites. The hood is kind of the hood's not growing on me anymore. It's not really growing on me, the hood, right now. I might change that later on. But I mean, still great car. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and as promised, here are the wheel options for the Carrera GT.